Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic The Podcast with your two hosts, Trey and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
I'm ready.
Oh, you ready? All right. Well, mic check 1, 2. What's good, everybody? We are back. Unapologetic The Podcast. At your service, Reg, the Prime Minister. I got two beautiful guests with me. Of course, y'all know Miss Jolie. What's going on with you?
What's going on?
And I have a newcomer, Ebby.
Hi.
Ebby, don't get shy now.
I'm not shy. I'm just warming them up to me.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Well,
Be coming out the gate like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers, they know what the deal is. That bad bitch, you know? Like, nah, like, chill out.
Yeah, well, you know, yeah, definitely from your podcast, you know, how you are, yes, they're probably going to have to warm up to you. But, I mean, it's nothing different because I don't think we're very uncensored and explicit here. So, yeah.
Good.
But I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Okay.
Since you are the newcomer here, let us know a little about you, you know, your platforms and everything else.
Okay, well, I'm Ebby, or EbbyTheStacks, because my titties and my ass are fat. So that's, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I'm the wild half of We're All Adults Here podcast. I do it with my partner, Ali, or Whiskey Lee. And Lee is more subdued than me. He's low-key, very funny. But I am just a wild child. I'm a free spirit, and we complement each other really well. We're produced by Will Wonder. We're self-produced and self-managed, so we're kind of like grassroots podcast. But we're listened to in over 50 countries and got 50,000, 60,000 listeners. So it's growing, it's building. I'm trying to take over the Southeast and then ultimately the world. But I am very outspoken. I'm a mom. I got a man, and I talk about sucking his dick a lot on my show. So, what else? I'm pansexual. I'm a business owner. I make crystal jewelry. I'm an intuitive reader. So it's a lot going on with me.
Yeah, I see you unpacking it all. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm an author too. I'm writing my autobiography in 3 volumes. Originally from Brooklyn, living in Charlotte. So yeah, a Knicks fan.
Brooklyn, but a Knicks fan. So you're not converting?
To what?
What's that? What is it? What are you talking about?
Okay, we're not gonna go there then.
Convert to what?
You know what?
To Brooklyn? To the Nets? As a Nets fan?
As a Nets.
So when the Nets first, okay, so like I'm a true blue basketball fan. I've been a Knicks fan since before I can even like go to school. I was like 5 years old wearing Knicks jerseys and watching the games and stuff. So I've always been a Knicks fan. And I'm a very loyal girl. I'm a loyal friend. I'm a loyal girlfriend. And I'm a loyal fan of sports and music and stuff. The Nets was a Jersey team.
Right. You're right.
They were a Jersey team. New York's true team is the Knicks. The true basketball team is the Knicks. So I'm not going to convert. However, if the Knicks, whenever the Knicks don't do good, and you know, since forever, they've been having sucky ass seasons. And like if the Nets got into like the playoffs or whatever the case is, then I would root for them. But I am a Knicks girl. I'm a Knicks chick. So I'm just, I have to keep mentioning that because we never get a chance to boast about being Knicks fans.
You're right.
So yeah, like
my dad and my brother are both Knicks fans, and that
I know they was live.
We're all from Louisville, and yeah, my brother's like both of them die hard, and I'm like, that's tough. That's a tough team to keep rooting for. You like, all right, damn it, shit, you'll be good. Like, but yeah, y'all been doing it in the past couple seasons though. So
yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for this season.
Yeah. So quick story. I was cause I run my Unapologetic, the IG page, and I just like one day someone had liked the post and it was WAAH, right? So I was like, what was this? So I clicked on it and that's how I actually found you guys. So I don't know if it was you or I don't know who liked one of our posts, but I was like, okay. So I started looking at the clips and I was like, let me go look at the podcast. So I watched, I want to say it was, so now it's probably been 4 ago, because the last 2 y'all released were throwbacks. And then y'all had one before that. And it was, so the first one I watched was the one before the most recent one before the throwback. So yeah, so I was like, I like the energy and everything. And definitely you and your co-host, you're the yin, he's the yang, because you can tell it. You can tell it. You're very, more energetic, outspoken. He's more smooth. And I even asked I even asked Dre, I was like, yo, is that him or that's just his podcast demeanor?
He's always been like that.
He's like, nah, that's just him. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But so when I've been trying to put this show together for a little while, because I did one with the guys, and I already had Jolie in mind. It was just finding, another woman. And so I had one, but it kind of fell through. And then, once I found y'all, I was like, she would be perfect, but I got to, this might just be, one time, I heard the first podcast and, let me see what the next one sounds like, same energy. And it was, it was definitely the same. So I was like, definitely. So, I was like, I need to get her on. Let me see if she wants to join. But, so that's how I found y'all. And
I appreciate that.
I am a fan now. I'm a subscriber. I actually started following y'all. I locked y'all in on Spotify and Apple. I haven't done y'all on Patreon too, right?
We just started the Patreon, and I'm gonna be doing so I get like compliments about my voice. I don't hear what everybody else hears, but they're like, you should really like narrate certain things. So what we're going to be doing with the Patreon is a bunch of other like content or whatever, but I'm going to be reading sex stories. So user submitted sex stories, my own sex stories, and because I'm a writer, some fictional ones will be thrown in there. I'll be reading as the characters. Okay. So it's going to be really interesting because I am vulgar. I do acknowledge that people are not used to women being as open and as vulgar as I am, especially cisgendered women who are feminine. They don't expect for a girl who looks like me, who's prissy and gets her nails done or whatever, to be like, yeah, so I had my man's dick in my mouth and he was fucking my tonsils. They don't expect, they're like, whoa,
that's what they do,
right? Yeah, they do. And I used to get a lot of pushback from women, not the guys. Guys fuck with me, and I'm a girl's girl, so I'm like, I want the bitches to fuck with me too. You know what I mean? Like, where the hoes at? Let's go put some more shit. But like, seriously. But they they're just, I guess they weren't used to women speaking like this. So what we're gonna do with the Patreon is just flood you with me being my natural self. So if you like it, then you can go and join the Patreon. I'm sure we'll, give socials at the end of the episode or whatever. But I really do. I really appreciate you hitting me up, because I get hit up a lot by female podcasts. Okay. But the guys are usually like afraid. Like I did one. Wow. Yeah, I did one guy, it was like 4 of them. And it was fun. It was my first time guest starring, I guess, or guest hosting or whatever on another podcast. And it was an all guys show and it was really fun. But like after that, I would hit up guys and be like, oh my God, I love your show. This is amazing. I love cross potting. That's one of my favorite things to do. So, but they'd be like, yeah, you're a little out there. I don't know. It's like, what? No, me. I'm 5'4". Like, why are you so scared? Like, what do you think I'm going to do? Chomp your dick off? Like, I'm not. No.
Nah, I like it all. But I have a idea for Patreon that I want to do. I want to start a podcast on it, and I have in mind the co-host that I want to get. I just have to find the right mixture. Yeah. But Ms.
Maybe
Jolie,
we'll talk about it off air.
Huh?
Talk about it off air.
We definitely will. Yeah.
Because I know people.
Ooh, yes.
At work.
Know what? You are absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Because we're gonna talk about it. We'll talk about it. Miss Jolie, everybody knows you well on my platform anyway. But go ahead and tell us, reintroduce yourself.
I'm Red, aka Thug-e-Lina Jolie, from Louisville. No Kentucky here. I don't Kentucky.
Where's Louisville at?
Louisville is in Louisville.
Okay.
Louisville is in Louisville. That's it.
Okay.
That's what she
That's
said.
what
She
I
said
said.
what she said.
Hey,
It's
but
like-
if you
well,
ever,
It's
I
Louisville
mean,
City because it's like Kansas City's in Kansas City isn't even in Kansas, is it?
exactly, in Missouri.
Missouri. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I say that because for two reasons. One, Kentucky is a red state. Louisville is not. Louisville is literally a blue city in the midst of all of this red. Like every time elections happen, Louisville's blue. Trust me, every time.
That's Atlanta and Georgia. Atlanta's
You know what I'm saying?
blue in the middle.
Yeah, but and for college basketball's sake, because I fucking despise the UK
My girl.
anything. Like I
As a
hate
Tar Heel
it.
fan, I hate.
Like deep hate. And my best friend's a UK fan. So this is like when the college season starts, it gets a little different with us. Because if we ever play our game, I never watch it with her because I love her and I really care about her. And her mouth is bad. And I would hate for us to end our friendship over something as small as this. So let's just leave it separate. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like let's watch it on our own, in our own red. You're nasty blue, whatever. Like that. Like, yeah. So that I'm from Louisville. I have a podcast, Banshee's Block. I've been doing it for about 6 years. The last couple of years has been like, at my own speed and pace and not as much as like I did in the beginning. But I just did an episode last night with Smurf. We played a game, played 2 games. There was it's called Lyrically Correct, which is, basically it's about 90s and 2000s music trivia. So
oh my God, I gotta listen to that.
I smoked his boots in that, of course. Any question he hit me with, I was like, yeah, just finished the lyric. Like I just sing the song in my head. And then I stumped him so many times. Like some simple shit. I'm like, oh, come on, man. Like, but it was a fun episode. I got very drunk. Had to wrap it up very soon. There was that, and we played Never Have I Ever, a card game. And some of those card games, I gotta sift through them because it'd be like really white people-ish.
I have the same one, and we do it every time we play it. I'm like, get that card out of here. It's very
white people shit. Like I really want. Maybe I'll sit down and like separate them and like get rid of the. I'm like, nobody that I know is the
Yep.
So I'm not gonna like even ask this question, but yeah, it was a good episode because we played the game, talked about social media and some other little memories and shit like that. So that should be coming out sometime next week. And I'm a writer. I do album reviews now, so I'm a local artist here. I'm on my second article right now that's out on butisitdopethough.com. Yeah, good. I mean, so far so good. The first 2 projects I've had to review have been good, so I haven't had to get nasty yet. But I know I got a feeling something may be coming where I'm gonna be like, yo, this is not it. Like this is ass. Like I want you to stop rapping. I want you to stop singing. Like I know it's coming because you just have to be that honest with people because that's what they need. Like it's gonna build character. Like just try harder. This ain't it. I'm gonna tell you if it ain't it.
So people send you their music?
No, I'm with the group. I'm on the But Is It Dope Though podcast as well. That we go live on Instagram now, and that's a music podcast where we'll just talk about everything in music and entertainment, and we'll have a couple local artists that we've just like did reviews on. Have them on, do like a little interview with them. Amore King, he's actually the guy that's over all of it, and he's an artist as well. So he pretty much just sends me or us, like whoever he wants to review, like this is your next review, and he's been walking me through it. So I'm having fun. Like I feel like Sydney Shaw from Brown Sugar. I feel like Khadijah James, motherfucking Flavor Magazine.
Yes.
That's what I'm getting into. So yeah, I'm having fun with it. For sure.
Okay. All right. Well, to get started, and y'all know why we're here, but I like to, start and talk about different things to, just to, begin with. But there was a lady, her name is Samia Burton, and she's I guess she goes by the Sex Spurt. That's her title. Why you make that face, Abby?
He's like,
you're the Sex Spurt?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
No.
I'm not. No.
So have y'all heard of it?
No.
Okay, she was on I want to say it was about a month or two ago. She was on 85 South podcast with she was with what's his name? Carlos
Miller.
Yes, Carlos Miller. And she had made the comment that foreplay should last around 45 minutes, or it takes a woman about around 45 minutes at least to get her juices and everything flowing, right? And I think she did another podcast a week after that. Well, okay. So listen.
I'm trying to think, like,
ladies, do we want to get into that? Do we want to talk about
Jolie's face? Okay, I can't watch you.
Okay, so listen. Let's talk about it. 45 minutes. 45 minutes.
To get to orgasm, you gotta have desire, arousal, orgasm, and then refractory period. It's 4 parts, right? But desire and arousal look so similar for women. Like, they nipples hard, they wet, and so you're like, oh, she ready for this dick. But that she still just desires the dick. Just because her body responding in certain ways, it's not into this, it's completely swollen and doo-doo. You know, when your pussy start getting that heartbeat and it's really going. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. And so that's when the pussy ready. But for y'all did get hard and y'all like, all right, it's time. No, it's different times. Women need like 18 to 40 minutes to be fully aroused. You just turn on 85 South show, and when the episode go off, then you can stick the dick in.
18 to 40 minutes?
18 to 40 minutes. For y'all too. That's why some of y'all nuts be so weak. Cause like as soon as y'all stick, y'all don't know how to sit in being aroused. You're not aroused for long enough. Your blood not pumping. Like what's arousal? It's nothing but blood flow to your genitals.
Yeah.
And so when y'all be giving lackluster dick, it's cause that blood ain't really flowing. You ain't really wanna fuck. You kinda just bored. It's like, all right.
I did not know it took the pussy 18 to 40 minutes to be ready though.
Yeah, you gotta jumpstart that motherfucker.
I probably ain't never had no done pussy though.
First of all,
at least it should take.
If I'm keeping it a buck, 45 minutes better be the whole session, because I need to go to bed. Like, the fuck? Like,
I got shit to do. Like, I
got shit to do. Listen.
Foreplay, just the foreplay. We're not even talking about the actual
45 minutes.
Well, she said,
foreplay?
Because I'm pretty sure y'all saw the clip going around on social media, and he was like, damn, it take the pussy 45 minutes to warm up.
No,
it doesn't.
Pussy.
If it takes the pussy 45 minutes to warm up, the pussy don't like you.
The pussy don't want you. Thank you.
Pussy
you know, like I have gotten aroused by the mere thought and ready to fuck, lubricated, moist, wet, whatever, by the sheer thought of my nigga. Just the thought of him arouses me. It gets all of my senses going, because I feel the from my head to my fucking feet. Yeah. So if I'm driving out to Georgia or I know he's on his way, I'm already ready. So 45 minutes is a bit extreme. I don't know what kind of poll or research sis was doing.
It's personal. Is that like, did she time herself and was like, all right, I'm gonna set a timer?
Maybe it's her.
45 minutes. Oh, okay, now I'm to my full wetness. Like, what's the?
Yeah, like what are there? I know there are levels to wetness, right? There's the pre-wet, like the pre-cum for a man, and then there's optimal, wetness.
Right.
You like, what are we waiting for the optimal to happen before we do insertion?
Or are you looking for like a puddle? Like,
wait,
what is she trying?
What's the meter here? Like, I'm confused.
Yeah. Well, so my thought process is, I guess she was saying, as far as in the woman having an orgasm, she needs a little more stimulation. So if you at least stimulate her, whether it's mentally, physically or whatever else, 45 minutes before the actual sexual intercourse starts, then she's more, I guess, likely to have an orgasm. That was my thought process, or me thinking about it. I don't know.
I think maybe you were thinking more on it than she was, but because that's makes more sense to me. That makes more sense to me, but I don't think that there's a timer. First of all, no my pussy is very different from Jolie's pussy and vice versa. Every woman's vagina is different from the next. So what gets my juices going and how long it takes for me to orgasm is very different from Jolie's pussy. So I think that is such a blanket thing. And it's also it's dangerous, which is why I'm so open about sex, because it's dangerous to tell guys that, because guys will listen to the things that women say and be like, oh, okay, well then, you know, I'm fucking with Tamika next week, so it's gonna take her 45 minutes. Meanwhile, Tamika, you know, all you gotta do is stick the little fingers inside of her and blow on her clit, and she's ready to fucking combust. You know what I mean? And that takes no time to do. You know, so like, I think that is okay. Maybe her 45 minutes, maybe her group of friends or whatever study group she was using. I hope
she did some kind of study, because you just can't say no shit like that just from the hip. Because I don't want no dude to really feel like each woman needs 45 minutes. And I'm sitting there like, nigga, you don't even realize I'm about to just come just based off of this shit. And you're going to be mad. I'm going to be like, I'm tired.
Okay, so in this conversation, actually going to lead me into the conversation that you know, I was going to start with. But a lot of women I know, or, you know, the times that I had sex, 45 minutes is like they couldn't even wait 45 minutes. I mean, are y'all even waiting 45 minutes into foreplay? Like, listen, nigga, I'm ready right now.
Yeah. I wish my nigga would be 45 minutes. Like, what? You got a solid 7.
What 7 minutes? My nigga, what you trying to prove? Especially if it's
what are you trying to prove? You got 7 minutes.
We've done this several times. What you trying to prove? Like, don't try to make it special. All of a sudden, trying to extend the play and shit. Like, you know,
that's it.
You got a routine.
No.
Yeah, but also, yeah, y'all gonna start thinking like this nigga's stalling out because he might be a quick one. He might be a minute man, and he's stalling.
Yes, something wrong with the dick. Like that's it. That's
something
it.
Wrong with it.
So where we was going is you know, and she said this on Hoe to Husband podcast. I think it was episode 63.
That name,
I gotta check it out. That's the name of the podcast. It's called Hoe to Husband.
Is he a reform hoe that's now a husband and he decided to podcast?
I don't know. I've been listening to him for a little while, but I haven't figured it out yet. It's 3 guys. Shout out to them. I don't know them, but I do listen to their podcast. But it's called Hoe to Husband podcast.
If I was his wife, I would be pissed. I'm like, you're not doing that shit.
Very much so. Like, what are you talking about?
Basically telling the world I'm married to a hoe. Like, you would be mad if me and my girls made a podcast that hold a housewife. You'd be like, oh, nah, girl, you can't get on that show.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even.
But listen, but so if your niggas was out there in the street,
why everybody need to know that?
You said, well, everybody already knew that.
If they was in the street with him, then they know that nigga was out there. You ain't got to nigga. Everybody saw you because they was out there with you. Like,
not everybody saw you. You stupid.
If you was like, you said your nigga was in the streets, like, yeah, like if he was in the streets, there was other people in the street, correct? So everybody knew he was out there, nigga.
So you at the family reunion and
look at me, I'm a hoe. Like, don't do that shit. Like,
you got a point.
So you at the family reunion and they was like, hey, what do you do? He's like, well, I got a podcast. It's called Hoe to Husband.
Hoe to Husband.
And your people are like,
no, I already know my family. They're gonna make all kind of faces and do what now?
So y'all not cool with your man calling his podcast Hoe to Husband?
Listen, it's bad enough I talk about dick for a living. I don't need that extra amount of fucking spotlight. Like, my family already is like, my man was like, I can't even tell my mom to listen to your show. I'm like, no, you cannot. Like, no, you can't.
I don't even have a show. Like, tell her I don't even have a show. Like, that.
What's a podcast? I just know that. She don't need to know that. Like, she don't need
you. That's all your mama needs to know. That's it. I take care of my kids and I'm good to you.
That's it. Yes.
So actually, I'm gonna add the clip of what she said into the podcast, like right now.
It's a step-by-step process, and I think the one thing that is included is accountability. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of us are talking about what sex is or what sex isn't, but it's like whatever it is or isn't, it is all on you. Your orgasm is your responsibility. And
I just paused for dramatic effect, but y'all know what it is.
Watch this clip.
Yeah, but she said basically everybody is responsible for their own orgasm. I.e., you know, I'll use women for example. They'll say, "Oh, that nigga can't even make me come." So I guess she's debunking that theory of, it's not his job to make you come or to give you an orgasm. That's your job. Mentally, it was something that wasn't there for you that made you not reach your orgasm or your peak.
It's a part of my job, but it's not my full-time job. Put it like it's my part-time job because I'm not in this room by myself. Now, if I'm masturbating, then this is a solo mission, and sis, you got to get yourself there. Now, if he's gonna be in this room with me, he got to be contributing as well, and vice versa. Because I would feel a way if I'm getting like crazy off and he ain't nothing. Like, no, like I want this to be a shared event because this is what's happening. It's a shared thing. Like we're sharing passion with one another. So both of us should get what we came here to get together.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I fully agree with that. I don't know what like late again. I wish he would have like expounded on that because
what's the case study? Like who did you speak to? Like, did you do your due diligence?
I can't fuck with her. I cannot.
I just need to know because you can't be just saying this shit just from your one solo brain. Like everything you should always preface stuff with "for me." If that's the case, if you're only speaking from your point of view, then say that. But for you to blanket all women, you can't do that. Because it ain't fair to do that with dudes. Like dudes be quick to say that. Oh, you can't say all that, but like everybody's different. Every girl don't want the sensual shit. Some girls want you to get to it and do it. Some girls like the super rough shit. Some don't. Like some like a mixture. And that's the kind of thing like it's about learning your partner and who you're dealing with instead of assuming that like she has a pussy. All pussies like this. Like no nigga, like all pussies do not like this. Like some want you to suck on them. Some just don't want that. Like don't want your teeth nowhere near it. Like it's different preference, just like it is when you giving your dude oral. It's the same thing. Like you got to find out what he's into. Like some niggas don't like that sloppy shit. Most niggas do though.
Okay.
Most niggas do. I think maybe if we're talking about communication, then it is your responsibility. If you're not being satisfied by your partner or whoever it is that fucking, you don't even got to be in a relationship with them, and you're a woman or a man and they're not satisfying you, then you do have a responsibility. And I guess in a broad sense, you are being responsible for your orgasm, because if you want to continue fucking that person and you want them to do a good job, then you tell them, I want this, and this done. But as far as like, it's your full response, one does not compute. I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, how is it my full responsibility when I'm not fucking myself? Like,
why are you here? Like that's when it gets weird. If it's all on me, then what the fuck I need you for? Like
exactly. Then let it be all on me.
Watch out. Orgasm. Watch out, nigga.
Yeah, watch out. Exactly. And it ain't gonna take me 45 minutes to do that. Just like a solid 3.5.
Trust me, I'm 5, nigga.
So I did hear this statement. It said, it was a woman. She said, once I stopped putting so much thought into, sex or the intercourse or what was going on, that's when I started enjoying it more. And that's when I really started having, orgasms. So I guess could play a part into what you're saying. Like, relax, have fun, enjoy it. Yeah. And she also said, and I think it's different for men from women, but because she said, not every time I had an orgasm or I came, but I enjoyed it. And that's all that mattered to me. Like, but for a man, well, hold on, Evie. But for a man, the goal or the end state is to come. If a man don't come, then he's gonna say, hey, that shit wasn't good. That shit was garbage. See, but I think Evie's gonna disagree with me on her behalf, because if she does not, I read your face. So you have to come. You have to get a nut.
Okay, so I'm not an easy nutter. I'm a fast nutter. So it's not if, it's how many I receive that will determine if I'm fully satisfied in a session. If I don't get at least one nut, then you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You didn't come to play, and it's time to go.
And it's time for you to go.
Yeah, like I don't subscribe to the thought that women, unless you are happy with it, if you, okay, you can have a good time, but it's like I want to finish. Like I want to really experience the euphoria that you feel when you have an orgasm. So yeah, we can have fun bouncing around the motherfucking bed and fucking, you know, slapping my ass and choking me and spitting and all that fucking shit. But if I don't nut, then I did not have a good time. That's me personally. I did not have a good time. And I don't want for women to feel like they have to settle for anything. Like if you did not orgasm and you're not happy with that, don't say, well, you know, man, you got a big dick. Okay, but bitch, you're not satisfied. So stop settling for not being satisfied and open up your mouth and tell these niggas what you want. I started having the best sex of my life when I became aware and elevated spiritually. My divine femininity was balanced with my masculinity. So now I'm not afraid to tell these niggas in their face, I don't care about nothing else besides getting my nut. So if you're not gonna do it right, there's mad niggas. I could go outside and get anybody. For real. Any girl has the capability of doing that. Whether you think you're unattractive, you're fat, you're skinny, or whatever, your body shape is whack, whatever, you can go out and get any nigga and they will love because it's pussy that they're gonna get. True. So whatever you asking for them to do, they gonna do it. So me being here is an honor to you. So you might wanna do what I need you to do.
True. So you were saying something that actually made me think of something. When, and this could go for both of y'all, when did you receive your first real orgasm or nut? Was it once you really got in tune with yourself and you, I guess, really realized it? Because, you know, there's a lot of women that say, you know, I came before this or that, but then, you know, they'll be like, but, you know, I didn't realize that's not what I was doing until I was about 28, 29, 30. And you know, you know, I really had a real nut or orgasm. Is that the difference?
I mean, I can't think of like the exact age or moment or anything like that, but I do feel like I've enjoyed sex more in my 30s than I did in my 20s.
That's what I was thinking.
Because you're more you're not in your head as much. You're not thinking about, you know, how does my body look? What's this doing? What's that? And then when you've reached a certain level of comfort with whoever you're dealing with, you can really you learn how to just let yourself go. And I think that comes with being in your 30s, because I'm 35, so I'm at the halfway mark. And so, not saying that I've been out here like going sex crazy, but I've had a, you know, a decent amount of sex in that I can compare it from like
what you talking about.
Like, I look back in my 20s with like what I was doing, I'm like, this shit was horrible. Very cringy. Why did I let that happen? Shouldn't have went back there. Like those kind of things. Why did he say that? Like, like shit like that. Shit's happened where like the sex talk it just fucked up the whole mood. Like,
yeah.
Why did you say that? Like we were
right there, and then you just shut up.
As soon as you said that, my pussy got up. She was like, I don't, sus, this ain't.
Oh my God.
You got to get out of here. Basically, that's what it's time to go. Like
it's time to go, sis. This nigga ain't it.
Put me back in the drawers, nigga, and get me the fuck out of here. Like,
put me back in the drawers. That's funny.
That's what the box said. It said, "Girl, put me away," because that kind of shit happened. I'm pretty sure maybe if he has any kind of awareness of himself, then he probably think back to that moment as well and be like, "Why the fuck did I say that?" Now, when you're in your 30s, it's, you know what I'm saying, you got a partner that you're comfortable with. Y'all got a flow. This shit's amazing. Like
it is.
It's always like you're not really focusing on the orgasms, because the orgasms is gonna come for both of us, because while we're in the process of still learning each other, we still are, you know, we know what works for one another. So the passions it's there. And so every time that we link, it's It's fireworks because we took the time to, communicate and not really focus on like, all right, it's been 45 minutes. I think the pussy's ready. Like, ding, like,
ding, like a fucking microwave.
Yeah,
like
she's ready. Okay, come on, hurry and put it in. Like, no, we're not doing that. But you just
we on borrowed time, nigga. Let's go.
like, come on, nigga, let's go. You got 6 minutes when you get in it.
Yes.
Like, what kind of shit is this? Like, no, like it's a constant thing. So I think it's I think it's about when you are more mature and you are more focused on a connection with a person. Not saying like on some relationship shit, but there has to be a certain kind of connection in order to fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like in order to have good sexual chemistry, it has to be something that can, make y'all link. So that has to be good. It has to be on the up and up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you, Abby?
I think for me, it was a self-esteem thing. So for the majority of all of my 20s, basically, I've been in relationships. So before I was in my 20s, like I lost my virginity when I was a young teenager. Mm-hmm. So every sexual experience from the teens to the 20s was something traumatic for me. Like whether it was trauma that I didn't realize was trauma until I, did therapy and all of that and healing work and stuff. Or it was actual fucking trauma that it would be traumatic for anybody. So in my 20s, you got a girl who was in her teens getting fucked on by older men and preyed on by older men. You put me in the 20s. Now I'm just like a recipe for bad relationships. I'm like a light beam rather for bad relationships and men who want to take advantage of the fact that I'm operating at optimal levels. So sex did not become enjoyable to me. First of all, I'm my partner, my boyfriend now, best sex I've ever had in my life. And I no cap, best sex I've ever had in my life. Because we are so connected, deeper than I've ever been connected with any man before. And I've given somebody else children. Like my kids are not my man's kids. But I say all that to say it was me. I had severe low self-esteem in my teens and in my 20s. And I was dealing with men who I felt like I wasn't the prize. So my job is to service you and to make you happy. So I didn't even know and identify that I liked girls. I didn't identify that or like really come into that until I was 30. At 31 is when it happened. I was like, yo, I really do like bitches. Like I want my face and some twat. And I'm not going to apologize for it, but it was after I did my healing work, after I started to really look at me like, yo, you are popping. Like, why do you have low self-esteem and did all the work? It took a while, but once I did that shit, it was over with. This pussy was getting service left and fucking right. Like, I'm a goddess. My vagina is a portal. So you're going to have to offer it to me if you want to even look at it. And once I changed that, once I elevated, and I was like, yo, I really am popping out this bitch. I got spiritual abilities and everything. Like, this is going to be fun. That's when I started to enjoy sex way more, orgasms all the time and things like that. But I will say, because I wanted to be in a relationship, prior to being in a relationship, I switched my mindset from these niggas ain't shit to divine is going to send me someone that I deserve and who my partner is, mixed with the fact that I'm ready and full of myself. Sex now is top fucking notch. Top notch. It don't matter if it's an hour session, 45 minutes, 5 minutes or whatever. I'm like, whoop, that was fun. Let's do it again. Like, yeah.
So that's something that changes with us with age as well. Like that, because young us, was like, oh, I fucked for about an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. We went rounds and rounds and rounds. And the 30 and older us is like,
good
I got
night.
shit to do. Like I got shit to do. I gotta wake up. I got a job in the morning. Like,
yes,
listen,
make it happen on the 15-minute break.
Yeah,
I work. Trust me, I've done study work on that shit. Like you can literally get that going about. I took a 15-minute break. So all right.
And that shit sounds nice and fun when you're young. Like, oh yeah, we fucked about an hour or two. Like, we went about 5 rounds. It ain't nothing I like to do for an hour or two or more, but sleep.
Nothing.
That's the only thing.
Sleep. That's it. Yes.
Right. But so as a man, and I mean, even like, cause y'all know men and their egos, the 20-year-old me thought I was doing something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when I realized in my 30s, like, nigga, you wasn't fucking. Like, you wasn't like really fucking. Like, you thought you was, you was humping and doing, but
you was hunching.
Yeah.
You wasn't fucking.
Yeah, like, but now, 30s, or early 40s, like, yeah, I know what's up. But that's different.
Is it because you're more aware of yourself? Like, is it something that similarly happens to women where it just like clicks and you just elevate and your femininity doesn't happen with men with masculinity? Is that why?
I think it's that, and I think it's more of getting out of that selfish mode too. You want to please more. As a young guy, it was honestly, it was all about me.
Oh yeah.
When I came, that was it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you didn't get yours, sorry, sis.
Not that tough.
Oh my God.
But now, I don't mind. So there's more things that I like to do now, back then. Like, I'm more, I guess I could say I'm more of a pleaser. Like, I would rather you, get a nut from me, eating you out first, or, some kind of pleasure in order, because I know I can get mine like that, like, if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But what's the enjoyment of that if I can't watch you being pleased or satisfied? You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more of that for me. That mental part.
A maturity thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's when she made the statement that it's your responsibility. It's like, it's two people in this room though. Like, like, oh, fam, you're not gonna give no man no scapegoat. Like, you can't be the scapegoat for that shit. If the sex is whack, bro. And that's just saying for me, that's personal preference. Now, that's another chick out here that would probably think that what you're doing is the best thing ever. But that's what comes with learning who you dealing with. Now, you got to take the time to, figure out, like, oh, do you like that? Okay, you don't like that. Do you, you don't mind the choking? Oh, okay, you're gonna choke me back. Oh, okay, cool. Like, you just experimenting with different shit.
It's choke back.
Yeah.
These niggas be liking that shit.
Whoa.
They be liking that shit.
Maybe I gotta get the right one to choke me then.
It's a light choke though. You ain't gotta.
We ain't like fighting, nigga.
Like, you know what I mean?
It's just like, I ain't saying that. Like, no.
Yeah. Like, if you on top riding a nigga or whatever, or if your arms are long enough when you sucking his dick and then you take your hand, you put that and you just like apply a little bit of pressure, niggas be like, oh my God.
That's why I say I gotta get the right one. Then I can't get one that's too aggressive and wanna,
don't piss off,
choke me out and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You can't be fighting before y'all get it in. Like, don't do that, because then she gonna have a flashback. Like, yeah, nigga, I fucking snap your motherfucking head. Like, no, it's not. It ain't sexy no more. Now we calling the cops. Like,
you need therapy, bitch. Get out of here. Like,
you're gonna have to hit her with a blunt object to get her the fuck out.
But so into another conversation, but that's, I guess, knowing yourself, because a lot of women aren't comfortable into a lot of spit or slob or whatever else when they're giving head, making the noises, the moans, the gok sounds that we love, choking a nigga, you know what I'm saying? And unless, like, sometimes you may have to ask for that shit. A lot of women aren't, I guess, in the mode to where I'm gonna do this shit, and if he don't like it, he just gonna have to tell me that he don't like it. You know what I'm saying? That's it might not even, be in their bag. But then you have the women that's in their bag, and like, I'm gonna do this shit because this is what I like to do. And if you
because I like to do it, that's right.
Exactly. And because I like to do it, and if you don't like it, then he gonna have to tell me. But
he gonna have to tell me. That's it. Yeah.
Until he tell me, I'm gonna choke this nigga. So
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I think
I got the green light when he choked me back. I said, "Ooh, okay, all right." Okay, I see where we're going. I see what we're doing here. All right, cool.
Go ahead, Abby. What was you about to say?
No, I think when it comes down to, like, especially oral pleasure, just like women's vaginas, no two vaginas the same, no two dick is the same, even though you guys all they were ugly, I guess.
Whoa.
Nobody's genitalia is the best looking thing. Like the things is,
Oh, I've seen some pretty pussies.
I have too. I really have seen pretty pussies, but I've never seen an attractive dick. I can't say that I've been like I mean, okay, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I want to have a boyfriend when I leave this fucking show. So
no, yeah.
Jesus. But no, like when I like to give fellatio. That shouldn't be a surprise to your listeners. It's definitely not a surprise to mine. Mm-hmm. So I like to do it. I enjoy it. I actually get aroused. I will orgasm off of doing it. I've been called a serial killer, but because of that, like you are.
So that's mental though. So if you're orgasming off giving fellatio, that's because that's stimulating you. So
it's because it's pleasure for them too, and I like the noises and you know that all of that culminates into me being having an orgasm because I like to see my partner being pleased. But if I do something with my man,
Reg, you all right, bro?
I'm good.
You okay, bro?
Go ahead, Abby. I'm good.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
go
sorry.
Ahead, go ahead.
If I do something with my man that he doesn't like for instance, like my podcast partner, you know, he's my son's godfather. So we're really, really we're like family. He early on in our show, he was saying something about guys, not all guys like their balls licked during fellatio. And I was like, there's bitches out here putting balls in their mouth and y'all niggas don't even like that shit. Like, so with my man, you know, I'm gonna take care of the whole area. I'm going down to the gooch area too. Like, what's good? Like, you know what I mean? If he didn't like that, then I wouldn't do it. But I'm going to do it. And you gotta tell me that you don't like it because I'm gonna go the gusto. It's gonna be all kinds of shit. I'm a gag and I might not gag. I'm gonna do it on purpose. I'm on accident. And if you don't like it, you gotta tell me because I'm gonna go to work. My job is to go to work. So if you don't like it, you have to say it. So girls are scared of being nasty, but you have to remember that a nigga is gonna tell you if he don't like some shit. Y'all gonna say it, like, you know, you ain't gotta do that, you know, in the nice way or the nasty way, they're gonna say it. So just do what makes you feel comfortable. And if he wants a little bit extra and that you're comfortable with it, then do that too. You never know, yo. Like you really don't know this. Nobody woke up and was like, I know how to give the perfect head job. Right. You know, like we learned that over time.
It's not something that you could be taught. Like it ain't one of them things you be like, all right, I got a class set up. All right, we got some different variations of dicks here, different sizes. Because you just never know what you're gonna run into out here, ladies. So, you know, you gotta work your way up. Start with
it comes with sexual freedom too, though. It comes with sexual freedom and not worrying about, okay, he didn't like the shit, so I don't want, you don't care if he's out here like, damn, such and such, like she had my balls in her mouth. I ain't like that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't care. Like if your man says that, then he says that. You know, if he didn't like the shit and we're not fucking with each other no more, well, listen, I am who I am. Take it as take it as it comes. And I think that's with the sexual freedom, like, you know. But
I think it comes with the 30s though too. Like I feel like you really tap into you become more sexually freedom when you're in your 30s because it's the older you get, it's the more that you've acquired in life, accomplished in life. You start looking at different shit. You like certain shit back in your 20s, you would have never did. Like I would have never let a nigga eat my ass if I in my 20s. It's like, eat nasty bitch. Like I would have never let that slide. Now. Like, hell yeah, nigga, hook that shit up.
Let me spread these cheeks for you, nigga.
I mean, if that's what you want to do. I'm not,
I got it for you.
It ain't like, that's not one of them things. It's like a deal breaker for me. Like if
I'm not gonna stop you if you want to.
I mean, it's definitely like, and I'm not gonna force you. I ain't gonna sit there like, but he do got to hook up the box. Like he got to hook up the front. There's no way around it. Like, if he don't eat, he don't beat. Like he got paid. Like
that's a requirement. I need to like.
I require it. Like it's a requirement. And I'm not. That's not even saying like I'm not gonna give him head. Like I'm gonna do that shit too. Like I'm not gonna ever like make you do some shit that I'm not gonna equally want to give back. So it's it's give and take. You know what I'm saying? You hook me up, I hook you up. Sometimes you ain't even gotta hook me up, or vice versa. Sometimes we can just skip all of that shit and just get to it and do it. Like we get to the main.
Yeah, like we don't have to do it every fucking time. Sometimes I just want to dig. I'm like,
absolutely. That's how I am. Listen, sometimes I just want to eat pussy and I don't want no pussy. Like I just look.
That was it. Thank you, ma'am. pull your pants up. Thank you so much.
like Joe on you. Like, hey, here, let me go ahead, eat this pussy real quick, and you can go about your business, man. Like, have a nice day. Go wash the dishes. Go fold some clothes or something. Like,
go wash the dishes.
We're done here.
Right, like that's all I wanted to do, and that's
that turned me on. That pleased me.
Yeah, and I think that becomes like when you get older, it's like, man, fuck all that shit. Like I'm with all of that. Like I wouldn't have let no nigga spit in my mouth. That's cool now. Mm-hmm. That's fine. I'll allow it. I wouldn't have let a nigga choke. I'll allow it. You know, it's like I feel like the older I get, it's like the more I'm like, okay, now we can fuck with that. We can do that. Yeah.
Within the last year, I've really got into that. I haven't done it. I haven't had it done to me, but I've started doing it. And
choking?
I'm not eating no dude's ass.
Spitting?
Yeah.
Spitting, yeah.
Tell people.
I haven't had it done to me, but I've done it, and
that shit is hot as fuck. It's hot.
They were like the first, she was like, I've never had like, nigga, you really Trey Songz me? I was like, no, but okay, now I know what you're talking about. But
yeah.
No, that shit's fun. I try to tell people about that shit for years, and they like, I ain't doing ass. That's got something. But you'll take cum in your mouth. So what do you like? You kiss this motherfucker. Like, what the fuck? You kiss this motherfucker.
See, I think they have that visual of like a.
No,
it's not. Yeah, it's not that. Right.
No.
I fucking fight your ass, nigga. Like,
don't do that. Don't pull it from the back of your throat. Like, I want what's in your mouth currently. I just want the saliva that's
under the tongue. I want what's under the tongue. Just, let that,
maybe a light little dribble, a little. They,
like, oh, nigga, you nasty bitch. Like,
we're not on the corner,
That's horrible.
It is. But listen, y'all know why we here. We came here to discuss some lyrics.
Have to get our dirty Mac out.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about women dirty macking. We already did the men. But Miss Jolie, we'll let you start off with Mary J. Blige, I Can Love You.
Yes.
The classic, the iconic 1997 release of I Can Love You, featuring Little Kim, Kimberly Jones, as I like to call her. Kimberly motherfucking Jones. That's what I call Little Kim. Kimberly motherfucking Jones.
My idols. Kimmy is one of my idols.
I got a whole I make playlists too. So I got a whole session and it's titled What Little Kim Taught Me. So when people try to come to me, I'm like, nigga, I said, this is what I've learned over the years listening.
Don't get it twisted. Like, yes.
Nigga, let's go. But Mary, it was some dirty macking going on, but it was so smooth that you don't realize it. What you got?
Oh, well, it was so because it's in there, but like you said, it was so smooth.
It really was smooth.
So you miss it because you just
vibing, you just jamming to it, like you like, wait, this bitch is talking about stealing this motherfucker's man. Like, yes,
I love you. I can love you better than
better than she can. Yeah. How do y'all feel if a woman tell your man that?
We got fights, sis.
That's not what you want, sis.
And I don't fight fair. So you better hope I ain't got
me neither.
You shaking like bacon. I ain't fucking around with you. I said, I told your motherfucking ass now.
Stay away from my nigga. Stay away from my nigga. Right. You can do that shit.
Nigga, I know you went out here cheating on me.
So as a man, it's not so obvious to me. It's just the key things that standing there, like the who can love you like the way that I can.
Yeah.
I'll treat you like I do, huh? What?
I don't know if your woman wants to hear another woman telling you that.
Exactly. Like, what kind of shit is that?
It's up to the nigga to fuck his like if that happened in real life, in real time.
Mm-hmm. I'm in a relationship with him, so
you gotta end that. You gotta end that as the nigga. You gotta tell the bitch to fall back. You know what I mean? Yeah. She's valid in her own emotions and her own feelings. She's okay, she can have those, right?
Mm-hmm. But that's how you feel.
Just don't tell me. Don't come to me with the bullshit because now I gotta respond to it in a not so sisterly type of way. But if a girl goes and she's singing, marry lyrics to my guy
I told you twice, QB, throw the booty like a group for more ice on the truck. Ice like this.
You telling my nigga you throwing the booty, bitch? I will fucking
throw your booty off the bridge, bitch. Don't play with me.
Like, you won't have that booty no more. I'll be
that booty gone.
Like,
right.
No.
Okay, so Mary starts off by saying, sitting here, wondering why you don't love me the way that I love you, and baby, have no fear, because I will never hurt you, and you know my love is real.
Right.
So
you're saying it to somebody else's man, like, come on.
You're saying that to somebody else's man, like wondering why you don't love me the way that I love you.
Because he's got somebody already.
Because he got a whole ass wife, bitch. Like, fall back.
Why would he love you and her? Like,
he do, but she's already telling him that you can't love him the way she can.
Yeah, but he don't know that. That might not be a risk that he's willing to take. It might not be a risk that he's willing to take. He's like, I don't know, because this bitch eat my ass and you ain't never eat my ass. So I don't think that you could love me to even close to how she loves me.
And like, I'm gonna have to let my nigga do what he gotta do, because I ain't eating. I can't eat no dumb ass booty. It just ain't. It don't look appetizing to me. Like, I got you in the front. I can't get you in the back, brother. I can't even get you. Like,
I mean.
So if that's something that you into and that's what you got to do, and that's what Mary J. Blige is doing, then I mean, she may have a point. She may love you a little bit more than I do, because she's willing to eat your ass and I'm not.
At the ends of this, there's a theme that I noticed with all of the songs that I'm not gonna bring up now, but I just wanted to say it because I will forget that there's a common theme with all of the songs with the women. I listened to the Dirty Mackin episode with the guys, and it's different for the guys, but there's a common denominator with the women. And
I want to hear this.
It's not so good. It's not good on the girls' behalf, but if we're gonna talk about it,
please don't forget. Yes, please don't forget it then.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned it, because I will fucking forget, and then I'll be like, fuck, I meant to say this and shit. So yeah, just remind me.
So let's transition to your guy and Monica, DMX and Monica. Well, we'll say Monica and DMX because that is
I have the Balenciaga shirt, and I wore that shit to death. I was like, I'm wearing it to death.
I wanted this shit before he passed away. Like, this is my homeboy's clothing line.
Oh, okay.
Legendary. Oh, that's dope.
I told him before DMX even passed away, I said, nigga, I need this picture with him walking them two dogs. Like, that is artist fucking.
It really is.
Photo.
Yeah.
The song is Monica, of course, featuring DMX. Don't gotta go home.
Yes, the fuck you do. They was tripping on that song. Yes, you do.
Are they?
Yo, when I listened to that, I was like, wait, this is the one we need to be talking about, because both these niggas is tripping on this fucking song.
Fuck you,
I love X. I love X. X was responsible for saving my life when I was a teen. His music saved my life. But that song, I was like, oh, come on, bruh. Like, you trash. Why you got a wife and you acknowledging that you love this bitch?
At the end, when he said, what? He said, I got to be a father and a husband.
But I'm still your man.
But I'm still your man.
What? No, you're not.
Basically, because Monica is like, listen, I love you and I'm better than her. And he's like, chill, sis. I got a wife. You gonna always be my bitch, though. Like, what?
And she kept singing, like, bitch, I'm in the studio. Like, nigga, this ain't no love song. This is actually a low self-esteem song. This is like Monica down bad if she listens. You know what? I know he got, he's a husband and he a father, but that's my boyfriend. Girl, what?
And I'm gonna stick beside him, bitch, girl.
But that's what she said. So even in the beginning, she was like, I know your girl been treating you wrong, but she ain't no good for you. Why do you hold it all inside? Boy, you should let me know. I just want to make you right. Want to be the one you can cry on.
So you are basically what she's saying is she's all right with being a side bitch for real. For real. She like, because I just want you to know, daddy, that whenever you ready to come and cry on my shoulder, there's a shoulder, a hot plate, and some warm pussy for you to get. So
and served it up.
I know this bitch stressing you out at home, so you can. It's like that's like the original side bitch anthem. Why you bullshit?
It's always that. It's never the wife is doing everything right, and the man is just a slut, and he just want to, fuck on different people and whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're married. If you decided, the moment that you decided to propose to that person, that's the moment that you need to know how to be with one person. That's your person. Now, if that's not what you're looking for, and you know that you do have the tendency to want a couple, couple straggle-ons, couple randoms, then you need to know how to operate in a different relationship.
Yeah, like a non-traditional relationship is perfectly okay. Like you could do that. You don't have to cheat.
Right.
And you got this bitch that's like, yeah, I know your wife ain't shit. Bitch, you don't know that.
You don't even know that. Like, she's probably perfect. She's probably a great mom. She probably eats every night, but you just trying to make an excuse to make some, like, you're making excuses to get pussy. That's all you're doing. Like, you're downplaying like what you got over here, thinking that that's gonna make it better. With some motherfuckers, you just got to keep it a buck. Like, you have to be able to be like, yo, and stand on your fucked upness.
Yes.
Because what I'm about to say sounds crazy, because nobody could ever say this shit to me. Yo, check this out. I'm married. She's, she's great. She's wonderful. Sex is, I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? It's cool.
It's all right.
It's moderate. You know what I mean? She does everything correctly, all this shit. However, I would like to fuck you. And would you be fine with that? And then some people, because I don't know, in some women's mind, they feel like maybe that's what they need to hear in order to feel comfortable with going wrong.
With being side bitch. Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's what you need to hear, that like somebody's not doing their job. Somebody's not, you're not doing your part. You're not putting it down. You're not, girl, they just fucked before he came over here to fuck you.
Came over there, yeah.
So temptation, I guess, is one thing that a lot of men let fuck them up and fuck up relationships. Temptation, right? Because in this song, to me, it's a lot of temptation in there, because she's basically telling him that his woman doesn't treat him how he deserves to be treated. I.e., you deserve so much more, baby. I can treat you better than she can. It doesn't make sense to keep on loving and keep on trusting when in return all you get is nothing.
And you ain't getting shit back either, Monica. That's the crazy thing. You ain't getting
like
shit.
You the one he come to see like, on a Saturday when the wife got the kids and they out grocery shopping and at Little League baseball. That's when he escapes. What? You not with this, and you don't even know this nigga for real. Like this bitch dude. Like,
like that's
a lot of audacity. That's a lot of audacity.
Depending on like how long they've been married, like how many years, how prior to that, she knows him better than you do. And all you seeing is what he is showing you, like his representative. Like, this ain't even really who he is. And I bet if you had a conversation with the wife, she'd be like, he the one actually fucking up. Like, I be, I try my part. This nigga be, give me lazy dick. Like, he ain't spontaneous. Like,
it's almost like she's like trying to sell herself by shitting on the next woman, and that's what I thought was crazy. It's like you gotta,
that is definitely
fucking wild.
I'm going to shit on other women, and this woman in particular, because I want something that she's got. Alicia Keys, If I Was Your Woman, which is a ODE to Gladys Knight's original version, If I Was Your Woman. You actually pointed that one out.
I think Stephanie Mills did a version too.
She did.
Yeah.
Probably every songstress have, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
I fucked with Stephanie Mills too back in the day.
Oh, I love Gladys Knight. I've seen her live in concert. Oh, so good. So amazing. Like, she's just like the records. And that's my shit. I love that song.
I love that song.
But damn it, Gladys.
I love that song too. I'm like, damn, Gladys. Like,
if I was your woman and you were my man, you have no other woman, you'd be weak as a lamb.
You'd be weak as a lamb. She talking about fucking. I just want y'all to know that. Mama Gladys is talking about fucking.
Okay.
You'd be weak as a lamb. What she talking? You don't even want to leave or some shit like that. You want to walk through the door?
Where you going?
So help me out. So it's crazy that like, well, as women, y'all keyed in on that part. The part that like really stuck out to me was she tears you down, darling. Says you're nothing at all, but I'll pick you up, darling, when she lets you fall because you're like a diamond. She treats you like glass, yet you beg her to love you, but
you won't ask.
So
look, both of us like trash.
Really?
Oh, see.
But damn, that's fucked up. But she sung it again. That's another one.
And she sung it again.
Just like the Mary J song, because Monica's shit was not smooth at all. That shit was whack. I don't know that you could have kept that shit. But just like the Mary J song, these songs they so smooth that you not even realize what the fuck we're talking about. Like she's cold telling Shorty, like, yo, you come fuck with me, dog. Like she's whack.
Yeah. which again is like
you don't even know that.
Y'all niggas really be pillow talking bad shit about your bitches. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you have to do that in order to get a side? Because all of these girls is like, your bitch ain't shit. And how the fuck she know all of that intel on
why are you talking about me in the first place? Like,
why y'all discussing me?
So that's true, but listen, we're not gonna flip it on men. We are not gonna flip it on men right now. Anyway. But no. So you're right. But so I think we said the same thing during the men's version. Like, well, how do these niggas know this shit? Like when they're talking, certain things that, oh, your man don't do it like this, or I bet your man don't hit it like, or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? How do these niggas know this if this other person isn't like divulging or either talking to you in confidence or confiding in you in whatever issues are coming on? Women never do that?
Women definitely do that. They definitely tell their side niggas women do that shit because it's like, oh, I have another ear to vent to. So it's like, oh my God, thank God there's another person who cares about me. Let me tell you how shitty my baby daddy is. We do that.
And you giving this nigga the recipe to take over. Like he's taking these notes and jotting that shit down.
Right.
Okay.
But women don't do it so that way. The difference between men and women, we don't do it so that we can get the dick, because we can get the dick without doing that. Niggas do that shit because they want to make the side bitch feel like she has a one up on the girl. Like your value is higher than my wife, so I need to tell you all of these things that she's not doing and shit to make you feel better about this situation. Girls don't give a fuck about that. We like, oh my God, finally it's somebody else I can talk to about this ain't shit nigga in my house. You know what I mean?
And then you go home to the ain't shit nigga and treat him like he's the king.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah,
when this nigga might not even have the chance. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. I don't believe in cheating. I don't do that fuck shit. I will wash you. Like it's disgusting. I'm a non-traditional girl. I fuck bitches. Why would you want to cheat on me? We can fuck them together. Like that doesn't make sense. It's stupid.
I mean, you have a point there.
Yeah.
You have a point there. So to move on, Destiny's Child, She Can't Love You.
That's my joint. Okay.
So listen, off the bat, it was bullets flying. It was strays flying. I saw your girlfriend the other day, and I expected her to be so much more. So this ain't nothing that he's telling her.
No, she see.
This is observation. Like I saw your woman.
She's whack,
and she ain't fucking with me.
Which I think is okay.
Okay.
I gotta tell myself that. I have to tell myself that.
You're right. You're absolutely.
That's what I need to tell myself, because if I don't, then I'm gonna fall to weakness and all this. I'm not doing that. Like, no, I'm gonna assess it. She's whack. This bitch is whack.
She's corny. Like, she don't even got a fatty. Like, this bitch is ugly. Like, all of that shit. Like, you definitely. I didn't find nothing wrong with that. I'm like, she's just talking shit about the bitch, and she's like, yeah, I see your new bitch, but she's trash.
Well, she can't even dress. So weak ass bitch.
But so listen to this. Reminded me of that meme with the dude. He's outside, like his hair whack, his shoes whack, his clothes whack, the way he stands whack. You know what I'm saying? Because she was like the way she smiles, the way she move, the way she blah blah blah. Like she don't look like me.
And I mean, where is the problem? Like,
but then she goes into she can't love you like I can. All of her love just don't compare.
I don't really think that Beyonce and the girls was trying to say that she wanted to take the nigga back from the bitch. She just wanted to say,
she just let you know, nigga, you picked the wrong one.
Your bitch is corny, and I'm gonna make a whole song talking shit about it.
But on the flip side, if there was Ebby's man, and
my nigga,
other woman's like, yo, I saw Ebby the other day. I saw Jolie the other day, and listen, which is probably have happened to all of us. Someone from your past has someone from whoever you fucking with, their past is like, yo, I saw your man, like I saw your girl.
I don't know, because I make bitches very uncomfortable. Bitches who are not comfortable in themselves, they're very uncomfortable with my presence. Those who are, they like, oh, she's a pretty girl. I can see why. Of course you can, bitch. I'm fucking phenomenal. So regardless,
Abby said like, yes,
bitch,
this is my real hair. It's bright red. Yes, all of these tattoos are indeed real. Yes, I am. Yes. It's put together.
I'm popping. It's okay. Like, you two could be my friend if you was right.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
But if my nigga, if that was, said to my guy, again, it's my guy's responsibility to be like, are you kidding me? Like, you gotta hold me down, because I'm gonna hold you down. So whether it's the bitch saying the shit or not, like I said, she got all rights to say whatever she wants. The whole song I love. That was like, there's nothing wrong here. Like, there's nothing wrong here. That's fire.
Flawless. What you thought? The writings on the wall is a flawless.
Oh my God, such an underrated fucking album. Even now, it's lit. I'm like, y'all niggas are dumping this right now in 2021. Like, this shit is fire. Like,
at least once a year. You just gotta run that once a year.
Are we talking about the lyrics, or are we just talking about how they sound vocally? Because I didn't like how they sounded vocally at the beginning.
The lyrics, vocally, you got to give people time to cook.
Yeah.
You got to give people time to cook, especially singers. I used to be a singer, semi-professionally in a singing group. So I know, like, you go through various different changes in your voice and stuff. So, but the music itself was, like, the fact that these bitches is fucking, how old were they around this time? Like fucking 18, 19?
So you're right, because when you just said, I thought about it, and just the way the voice sounds versus now, it's hard to compare. Because even when you listen to a rapper, like one of my favorite is Jada. When you listen to young mixtape Jada, like his voice is different. And even Fab, it's a lot of them. So
Yeah. Well, them niggas is smoking and other things at play there. But like, your voice is different and shit. But lyrically, like, that song right there is fucking. I'm like, yo, these bitches really was on that whole neck, and I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, like, so again, another smooth one where you just you just like, nigga, I don't even know the.
So when here the nigga is pillow talking, because she said when we're together, you told me what you didn't like, and we went
look at this bitch
and got the exact type. Yeah.
Look
Except your new girl is nothing compared to me.
Yes.
Everything that she did. Well, opposites.
When we were together, nigga, you told me you didn't like light-skinned bitches. And as soon as we break up, you go and get yourself a light-skinned bitch. Like, you a liar. But you like her? Like, you don't like her.
That happened to me. Like, I had an ex that he was in the Air Force, and he was about to be stationed in like Guam or something like that. And he told me sitting in my mother's house, in my motherfucking face. He was like, he was like, I don't even like Asian chicks. I offered him to get his ugly ass over, and what he ended up with, Asian. I said, bitch, you a motherfucker. You said you weren't even attracted to them. Now look at you all booed up, whack ass trick, like. See? Like, you didn't even have to do that. Like, I kept it so player. Like, I ain't tell you nothing. Like, I want to say, I ain't fucking with no nigga with no hair. I ain't fucking with no nigga to, do X, Y, and Z, and then turn around and do that. Like, no. Like, if it's a turn off, it's a turn off. Like, it's off for a reason, not like with the possibility to come on. Like, no, nigga, if it's off, it's off. Like,
right.
Very true. Jill Scott.
Jilly from Philly.
Jilly from Philly.
Yes.
The song is My Love. And by the way, listen, Jill Scott really caught my attention with that, the microphone thing.
Oh, that she
all you guys was just like going fucking crazy about that. I'm like, y'all don't listen to Jill's music because she been telling y'all that she's fucked up. She been saying that.
We're visual though.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Visual.
I get it. Yeah.
So you add that into it, then yes. But what do y'all take from My Love?
I like the song. I just think it was it's giving desperado. It's giving bitch, you could do way better. Like at this point, you're Jilly from Philly. Like what are we talking?
Let it go. All right, let it go. It's
let it go. Say like please, Jesus Christ.
It's a bop, but nah, bro, you gotta let that shit go.
Yeah. Listen, I know you with her, but she don't scrub your back or wash your clothes. Like,
you don't know this.
Why don't you want my love no more? My love is deeper, tighter, sweeter, flyer.
She's talking about her pussy, by the way.
Absolutely, yeah, deeper and tighter, yeah.
Deeper, tighter, sweeter.
So that's the code word for pussy in these songs. My love.
My love, yes. The whole song is about her sex, to be honest. Like she's talking about them in an intimate space, like not I want to be with you. She's talking about the things that she does when they are in an intimate space, but it's like, girl, go get some new dick at this point. Like, Jesus Christ.
Let it go.
My love is sweeter. You don't know. Have you fucked her? You don't know if you love her. You don't even know. It might not be. She might got some good buzz, you know, like the fuck.
Might be top notch. You never know.
It might be top notch.
It might be. So this is the epitome of Dirty Mackin on Jill's behalf right here. She's letting your man know, like, listen, I don't know her at all, but
just tell
that thing don't grip like this. That thing don't grip like this. It don't get wet like this.
Yeah.
So many words.
Which I do, I have to think back into, when you cocky. So if you know what the fuck you got in between, you know what I mean? But it's just it's different when a nigga got a bitch. Like it's like you don't got to do that. You don't have to talk about your sex in that way because if you fucked him, he already knows and he chose this bitch. So clearly it's not that.
All right. So what about this? You say you're happy. You say you're great, but you and I know you really ain't. You need to come be with me. So your man is putting it out there like, baby, I'm good. But she's letting him know, like, nah, you're not really good. Like that's still the cockiness coming out.
At that point, we really gotta fight. Like now I really gotta beat you.
No. Like he already said no, dog.
He said no, bitch. Like that.
Take that shit out somewhere. He don't want it. He don't want it.
Like
so that's when the lady interjects. So that's when the lady interjects. Like,
you better. I mean, you might as well because my dude already told you what's up. I'm not gonna step in front of him like that. Like we've been saying our episode, it is my guy's job to deal with that shit. I'm not a Barbara this is Shirley kind of girl. I'm not calling somebody. And Shirley's a trip because I would have cussed the fuck out. Like, girl, you better get the fuck off my line with that bullshit. Right? Yeah. Give a fuck what you had with this nigga. It's over. All right, let it go. Move on. Let it
go. Like, yeah. The fact that he's like, nah, I'm good, and she's like, go trying to go.
Nigga, you really ain't good. Yeah, like
what?
I know this. Like,
no,
but back to what something you just said, Ebby. That confidence in her is telling her, like, nah, like.
Right, but at some point it becomes very desperate because the nigga is telling you you're not right. Actually, you're not right. It's not better. I'm good where I'm at, and you still like, you sure? Because you know the pussy grab. It's like now I gotta fucking go to your house and we gotta have a conversation. Do I need to put you in a jar? Do I need to bind you up? Like, what's really good? Because stay away from my nigga. Like at that point, that's when the girl has to get involved. That's when I gotta get involved because she's not listening to you. So maybe she'll listen to me.
She gonna hear me good.
Yeah, one way or another.
You better back up, bitch. Like I said, like you really coming off desperate, and desperate's not sexy for nobody. Men, women. It's just not a good look. Not when there's so many other people out here that are unattached and possibly looking for what you looking for. So go, get your search on, my nigga.
That's what I'm like. So you want me to hook you up? I got Like I got friends. I can find you. I can help you. You want me to show you how to use a dating app?
I know niggas. Yeah, I know niggas.
Yeah,
like niggas, you like bitches. What you like?
Right, what you got? I got friends now.
Yeah, I got guys. I got girls.
Right, what you looking for? And I can put you on, but you don't have to do this with my nigga.
So let me ask y'all about this before we close this one out. She said, I was seeing other people. Hold on. Let me start over. She said, I didn't know you were seeing other people or whatever. I was seeing other people too, but whatever.
Yeah, they were. That's why that was at the beginning of the song, I think.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
That was at the beginning of the song, and I was like, okay, so I know what is being set up here. The fact that they were okay with being fuck buddies and shit.
And then he found somebody.
And he found somebody, and she was like, wait a minute, but that don't mean you gotta take my dick away because
hold on.
Me, like
don't move so fast now.
Cut the supply off.
Like I ain't know. I was just fucking these hoes. I was gonna get right back. Like
I was listening to Song Cry, and I just thought that was what we was on. Like I thought that we was gonna let that. No, we not doing that. Well, shit. I mean,
Jill was some bullshit. I ain't even gonna hold you. That was fucking bold. Like I thought you was just gonna fuck these bitches. I know you was gonna stop my dick from like you can do whatever you want, but you still gotta bring it over.
Got a good thing going. Like that dick ain't in the relationship. Take your heart over there, but leave this dick with me. That's basically what Jill was saying. Like that's cool. Love her. I ain't
that's
that.
right.
But that dick though, like
you can fall in love, nigga, but no, not
the dick. The dick belongs to me. It's like no, bitch.
Oh no. Like all of that is mine. The heart, the dick.
Yeah,
all of
like the shit belongs to me as well. Yeah,
it's a package. I need all of that.
I didn't. You know what? That's my first time really paying attention to that part.
It was right in the beginning. It was the first thing I heard. Like, okay, so I know what this is gonna be about. And then I'm listening. I'm like, bitch, you begging. Why you begging? Like, what's the matter with you? Let us know.
You don't have to do this.
You got that WAP. You could get any nigga. That's what I'm saying. Like, you could get any nigga.
Sure,
any nigga.
True, but maybe she ain't found him yet. So is that the case of, okay, you found her before I found my main, so I'm in my feelings now?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
To sum it up,
nigga, you're supposed to wait till after I found my
and then you go on.
Yeah, then you can do what the fuck you want to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of women out here like that. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God, there's so many bitches out here like that.
Let me move on first. I'm gonna move on.
Me. Yeah, you can't quit me.
Once you see I'm serious with somebody else, then you can go ahead and go and fall back. But that's just that ego shit. Like you trying to feed your ego when you do shit like that, and that's not even the point. Like you don't need that shit. It's different ways to feed your ego than to lead people on and drag people on, and knowing that you're just gonna cut and drop them off anyway. Like go ahead and do the shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like get the hard work out the way, nigga. All right, this is it. Peace. Cut that out.
Yes, but
the way you baggage free.
So to close this out, Abby, let us. I want to hear this. What was the common denominator?
Oh yes, so the common denominator, right, is that all of these women, I love them all as artists and shit like that, and I know art comes from a real place, whether it's a fictional story or not. It comes from a real place. All of these women are begging these niggas, and they're not being chosen. And there's a lot of girls out here who identify with that. It's like, I can't love you. I can love you better than she can, but he's still fucking with this bitch. You don't gotta go home, but he's still going home. Like, I'm giving you the passes. And the nigga is telling you whatever he wants to, whatever you need to hear so that he can continue to fuck, but he's not gonna leave his bitch. And that there's like an old age thing that everybody says the men never leave their wives. And, of course, there's exceptions to the rules, but for the majority of the time, they will be telling you all this fucking shit about this bitch and then go home and put her pussy in their mouth because they're gonna leave their wives. For multiple reasons, they're not gonna leave their wives. They love their wives. They don't want their wives to be with other niggas. They don't want them niggas raising their children. They don't want somebody else fucking their wife. And they might not love them anymore, but it's cheaper to fucking keep her. So they're gonna tell you whatever the fuck they want to hear. All of these songs, same shit. These were besides the Beyonce and them girls one, because
That was just some cocky.
Like, I'm just letting you know your bitch is trash. Like at this point,
I
know it's over.
I don't want you back. No, don't think I'm, I want to fuck with you again. I'm just observating. So we can take actually an observation song. It's not a Dirty Mackin song. It's like, bitch, it's weak. You could, you had better over here.
You could have done better. You could have done better, nigga.
You had better, but it's cool. Whatever.
So, but listen, but what woman don't think that? Like I've never been with a woman that, in my mind, that would look at my, the last one I was with, like, that bitch, like I don't know why you picked me. Like coming from her to me, like I think every woman is gonna feel that way. Like
not really. I mean, if she whack,
that's who you fuck with now. Like
if she whack, she whack. If she whack, she whack. But
what woman thinks that though?
No, I've seen some of my exes, like current girlfriends or girlfriends after me, and I'm like, or wives even. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. Like because I don't. What the fuck?
But you'll never be like. I got to be. Yeah. But you'll never be like, nigga, no, like. I don't really. I see why you stopped fucking with me now. Like,
nah, I've never done that unless they whack. If they whack, then they whack. You know what I mean?
But you'll always be whack though, right?
No,
well, no. They're not gonna always be whack, but they're not fucking with Ebby though. You never. Gonna
I mean, okay, so. Okay, I get where you're going. I don't put myself on the scale with other women that I think are gorgeous. If you gorgeous, like Jolie is gorgeous to me. I'm not gonna be like, well, she ain't me. You know what I mean? She's gorgeous in her own right. We don't look the same. So if my ex has got a new bitch, unless she's a clone, a carbon copy of me, she can be beautiful in her own right, and we don't have to be on the scale with each other. Now, I've always been like that. I think it's like because I don't really envy women, or I don't look at girls and be like, oh, damn, I wish I could. It's an insecurity thing. For as insecure as I used to be, I was never like that with other girls. But if she whack, she whack. So if she's whack, I'm going to point it out. Like, the bitch is whack. But if she's beautiful, I'm be like, she's gorgeous. I've seen them. They like, where some of my exes are still, not some. One of my exes is friends with me on social media and shit like that. And when he gets a bitch, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's fucking hot. Like she's popping, like her ass, and and that's that. Like, and that's that. Keep it pushing.
Okay.
Like, not all women are like that. Not all women are. There's a lot of them like that, but not all of us are.
So from the men's episode, what was the common denominator of that in your opinion?
You talking to me?
Yeah. I'm talking to you because you said that you saw a difference.
The difference between the guys' songs is that a lot of this stuff is talking about fucking.
Yeah.
A lot of the songs the men are talking about is sex. Like, that's your bitch, I want to fuck her type of shit.
Yeah.
That's your bitch.
You're right. It wasn't no I could. Well,
I could do this better. They talk about fucking. They like.
I think we referenced LL, and I think he mentioned some of the things. But it was money. Why? But it's money and sex.
Money and sex. Yep. Because deep down inside, I think that's all the guys who have not elevated. I want to be very clear about this. Guys who have not elevated, I think that they think they have to offer is money and sex. Yep. So they're not thinking about any of the mental things or the sweet things or romantic things or even psychological things that niggas do that boost up their women, that give them like a jolt to make them feel loved. And they don't think about any of that shit because they don't think they can do it. But your value lies with your dick and balls because the sperm and money.
Yep.
So all of the guy songs, I'm like, damn, it's funny that I don't hear these niggas like begging these bitches to motherfucking leave their niggas for them so that they could take care of them and put them in a big ass house. Well, that happens too. But like, he doesn't take care of you emotionally. He says, no, come here so I can eat your pussy better than him. It's like
type shit. I pay one of them bills. Not like let me help you financially. Let me put you in a better position. Like job.
Let me help you with the kids around the house. And shit
it's like the fuck out of leave the kids with him. Come suck his dick. Like that's what they do.
Imagine one of these niggas coming on to a woman like, hey, listen, let me take your son to the park. He don't do that. Imagine the nigga telling you that. But is that something
I would love that.
Is a nigga getting your attention by saying that?
I would love that.
It would be different. It would definitely be something that you wouldn't have heard before. Like anybody else would have been like, "Hey, get a babysitter." So
I would love that.
It's like you're not really trying to help me out within like you're not saying like get a babysitter so I can take you to Sam's get some groceries for the house.
So men got to come to original. They got to be like when they come to pick you up, take you out to dinner. They got to bring some Lunchables or something over. Like, hey, get us two.
They ain't got to, but it'll give you brownie points.
It's gotta be like you getting little cute brownie points. It ain't not a guarantee.
Hey, but the brownie points is a start. That's
the brownie points might get you might send you over the edge to getting the pussy at the first night. You know what I mean? You ain't got to wait for date number 3. Now you getting it on the first night because you bought kids fucking fruit roll-ups and juicy juices.
Drop one of the signs and shit.
Yeah. One of the small but really big things that started to get my heart to flutter with my current boyfriend is him asking me what my children's birthdays were. He was like, when's the birthdays on the kids? No nigga has ever asked me that. Like, how many kids do you have? They always want to know. I got 3 kids. They like, do they got 3 different daddies? No, they all got the same father. And then that's it. Are they boys, girls? That's it. How old are they? That's it.
Nothing else.
He asked me when their birthdays were. And I was like, yo, this nigga, I'm about to suck his dick. Like,
Ebby, you put my male listeners on game right now.
But I want to help them.
Niggas gonna be like,
I want to help you.
Niggas gonna be writing that shit down.
Right. What else?
Ask the kids what's the kid's birthday.
Here's a real extra bonus, like a cherry on top. Ask the interest. Like, what are they into?
What they like to do? Yes. That's gonna get. What do the kids like to do? Oh my God, a single mother will be riding your dick into the sun fucking rising because she's like, oh, he love my kids already. He has a question about my kids. Like, what the kids like to do? That's what he did. Like, we had a whole conversation about my children, what they like to do, what they like to eat. And I'm just like, it's because I have a gay kid, a gay boy at that. It's like, I got to tell this nigga that I got a gay son. And he's like, nothing. It's like nothing. Like, he's like, oh, all right, that's what's up. Like, shit, like everything he asked me about my children, I was like, dick, suck, swallow nut, lick the balls, lick the gooch, like everything. It was just like,
this nigga's he's checking the boxes.
He's checking like, all the boxes.
So this what full treatment. He get full treatment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a spa.
First time he get it, he's getting full service. Like he just
that's it. And did. Like
he is setting the benchmark out here, right? That's what's up. I like that. But ladies, let's go ahead and close this out.
This was so much fun.
Yes. I hate to stop because I'm enjoying this conversation. We gotta do it again.
Yeah, we gotta do it again. Y'all gotta come on my show. I wish I like.
Listen, I will. I'm right down the road. Charlotte is none for me. I was just in Charlotte last.
Not right down the road.
Yeah, because I rode the Chapel. I went to Chapel Hill last week. So I rode right through Charlotte. Well, no,
we gotta get Jolie. We gotta get Jolie. I be in Atlanta a lot too, so we can meet in Atlanta.
Whenever you're in Atlanta, let me know. I mean, listen, Charlotte is none for me. Atlanta's none for me. It's an hour and a half drive either way. Well, Charlotte's about maybe 2. But my daughter lives in Columbia, South Carolina, so that's nothing.
My grandparents live there. I went to high school in Columbia, and I went to high school in Atlanta. I was shipped around because I was a bad kid. But...
okay. Listen, those people from New York have those down south southern roots. Like, hey, you in trouble? We about to send your ass down there.
That's exactly what the fuck.
You spend your summers in the South, and then you come.
That's exactly what did and did. It was
and did.
Yeah.
And then, no, I really enjoyed myself. This was so much fun. This was so much fun.
So now that we say that, Jolie, yes, we're gonna get you down here. We're gonna get you. So whenever Smurf come down, then you gotta. So we're gonna plan it.
Yeah,
so you gotta make that time. So whenever Smurf come down, drive down here. That means he'll have somebody to ride with.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Get together because listen, Atlanta's enough. I love Atlanta. If y'all say, hey, let's go to Atlanta next weekend and party, I'm there. Like it ain't nothing for me. I'm like, okay, I'm
there.
I'm just waiting for somebody to say that shit. Because I was going to go today. I was like, listen, I'm going to do this podcast. I'm getting on the road and I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going to Fins and Feathers and probably KOD or some other shit. And I'm by myself. I was just going to do shit. But
just I could ride that. Yeah, my aunt and uncle live in Atlanta, so I did it.
That's good.
Just let me know. We could do a 3. I was about to say a 3-way. I gotta watch what I say, man, because my mouth be getting me in fucking trouble. We could do a 3-way cross pod in Atlanta with all of our partners. But I have to say cross-pod right after three-way because
Yeah, because then they're gonna think we about to hook up some freaky.
they're gonna be like, "Oh, you trying to hook up menage a
Yeah, and that's cool. Like I said, because I just when me and my co-host can pod, we can pod. He's overseas in Kuwait right now, so time difference and everything else is different for him. So
Shout out
I
to
just
him.
love doing this shit. So I just podcast.
I got you. Shout out that. Is he in the military?
Yes, he is. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Then as a single man and my kids out the house, I don't have shit to do, so I just be like,
I'll do the pod. Yeah.
So
Smart.
Atlanta, Charlotte's nothing for me. Y'all let me know. But
okay.
Jolie, go ahead and tell the people who you are again. Give your socials, your podcast, so everybody know where to follow you, find you, all that good stuff.
I am Thug-e-Lina Jolie. That is the handle for my IG and Twitter. Banshees Block is the name of the podcast. New episode will be up this coming week titled "Wanna Play a Game." Y'all gonna hear me and Smurf get drunk and answer questions and shit. Talk about different current events in between. So I think it's a good episode, but that'll be coming soon. Soundtrack to the sessions are on Tidal, Apple Music, and Spotify. Whatever mood you looking for, I got it. I promise you, I got it. I got a country one, I got a gospel one, I got it. Trust me. So very well organized. If you love music like I do, check me out. So yeah, thank you, Reg, for having me on again. Nice to meet you, Abby.
Nice to meet you too.
So my question for your for the playlist is under your name.
I'm about to go to that shit as soon as we close this out.
On Spotify, I think you can find me under my name, Thug-e-Lina Jolie. That's what it is on Spotify and Apple Music. Matter of fact, yeah, same. Everything's the same across the board. But if you got Tidal, then you gotta type in soundtrack to the session. But yeah.
All right. And podcast, you didn't.
Oh yeah, no, I said Banshees Block. I don't have no Instagram for that. I did, but I stopped doing it. I got tired. It's a lot. It's a lot to do with.
So one thing you have to do is promote your podcast more.
I guess because I don't do it as much.
Right,
I guess that's why. But I'm gonna get back. It's something that I still got my whole everything's up for over the years. I got open relationship episodes. I got all kind of shit. So it's in the archive. So it's on Apple Podcasts, it's on Spotify, it's everywhere that podcasts are streaming.
Well, no, so what I'm saying is when the episode drop, let me know, because sometimes I'm lazy. And
yeah, I got you.
I don't know
I'll
if
push
it's
it
out until if it hit. But if I go to the app and it says new, but so I listen to so many of y'all.
Yeah.
It stacks y'all into, because it's 6 or 7 I listen to.
Yeah.
And then I have to go down the list and look, okay, who I want to listen to right now? Who I want to listen to?
Yeah, I do the same shit.
I'm in this mood. So yeah, but you post it on social media or something. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna push it.
She got a new one out. Let me go listen to that.
Yeah, I have an episode, and I think the last episode I did a deep dive on TV shows or something like that. So those was good, because then it just put a lot of shit into perspective for shit that we grew up on that we used to absolutely love, that is absolutely cringy now. This is not good. The Parkers, shit like that. That's just the first one to come to mind. The Parkers was not good.
Okay. Abby?
Yes. First of all, thank you. This was so much fun. My kids ain't here, so it was easy. I was like, this is a perfect day for me to do it. You can go follow the show. It's called We're All Adults Here, or WAH, WAH. So all of our handles are WAH, because We're All Adults Here is too long to type. So you can follow the show at WAH Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. You can go to wahpodcaststudios.com. That's our website. All of the episodes are listed there. We've got merch there. We've got the Patreon is there. And anything that we do new, live shows and stuff. We're in the process of trying to put together a live show for my birthday. Might not happen this year, but whatever. Maybe not for my birthday, but we're in the process of doing stuff like that. Like I said, the Patreon, the first thing is sex stories. We got giveaways. We're giving away a Nintendo Switch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for the first giveaway, and then some merch and shit like that, depending on which tier you select. So if you want to listen to more of my shenanigans, because I literally I talk about sex on every single episode. It doesn't matter what we're talking about.
Absolutely.
It don't matter
I
what
will
the fuck
vouch for that.
like, I'm gonna find a way. We find a way to just talk about it. So if you like how candid I am or whatever, then go ahead and listen to the show. We're on every single streaming platform. iHeart, fucking Apple Pod, Spotify, Google, whatever the fuck Google's thing is for podcasts. Because who the fuck is listening to Google Pods? But
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Cause I didn't know Amazon had one. And Amazon said,
we on that bitch
you want to
too.
be
I had
on our
no
platform?
idea.
I was like, okay.
All right.
Yeah. And then you can go follow me personally at EbbyTheStacks. I'm closing down Ebby the Brand's page. The only reason why I kept it up is because that's the one that I was communicating with you. But I'm just gonna filter everybody over back to EbbyTheStacks. Fuck it.
Okay.
So I'm be sure to add you on. It used to be my personal page, but that's the one I use. So yeah, just follow me at EbbyTheStacks, and I really do appreciate being on here. I would come back whenever you need.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. No problem. Thank you both. Nipple rings. You have them, right? I just thought about that because listen, I am attracted to nipple ring prints. Like when I see women out in public, I like if they have them. Those are the first things I spot.
Jolie.
You know, because in one of your episodes you was actually talking about them, right? That you have
nipple
them, right?
cups. I sell them. I make them. Sell them.
Yeah. So you make them. Yeah. So where because I know a lot of women that have their ears. Where can they find them?
Thanks for doing that, because I forgot to plug my fucking business. That's the shit that pays my bills. So Nana's Girls Squared, nanasgirlssquared.com is my website. I make crystal and copper jewelry. I made this necklace right here. This is a red jasper piece. Is for grounding and sacral energy. And I do make the nipple cuffs. It's called the Ashleys. So the Ashleys are with crystals and without crystals. So if you just like the copper, it's a cuff, so it goes around your nipple. You don't have to pierce anything. I also make nose cuffs. I had one in, but I took it out because I made it on the fly and it wasn't done right. So yeah, and I also do intuitive readings too. And I'm very unorthodox. I don't, wear like a head wrap and shit like that. I do my fucking smudges and shit, but I also curse and I talk about dig, and I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth directly from source, without all the fluff. So if you just hit me up and let me know that you want to talk, and I got you.
Okay. Yes. Well, thank you, ladies. I appreciate it. I'd like to give a shout out to all my family, friends, everyone that supports the show and listens to us, and to you guys, your supporters, and hopefully they listen, and we can all have cross. They will. Like you say, yeah. So yeah, I enjoyed it. And I'm definitely gonna have y'all on again. We got to do this again. Maybe we'll have a part 2 to the women's episode, and we discuss some maybe different kind of, maybe some let's do toxic next time.
Oh yes.
Let's do toxic. We're gonna have to come up with some songs for that.
Yeah.
Let's do toxic women lyrics. We can do that. That's an idea.
Love it.
That's an idea. But yes, I appreciate it. Ed, we're about to talk. Jolie, we can all talk after this. But thank you everybody for listening, watching, whatever you're doing. As always, we're unapologetic, we're unfiltered. We will see y'all next week. We out of here.
Thank God, that was so much fun.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.